4:45 a.m. I'm heading out on my hiking trip. I haven't been to this place in a while, so I'm gonna bite the bullet and go. I've been trying to talk myself out of going hiking. I'm doing stuff for a while now, so I'm trying to take the initiative to get myself out again. Alright, here we go. Alright, so here I go. It is not bad. It's actually starting to lighten up a little bit. So I'm gonna get going here. Bless you. And we'll see what happens. It's gonna be beautiful down there, I'm sure. I like days like this. Hear that? It's an owl. Great horned owl. So he's over there somewhere. But alright. Good morning. So I started my hike. This is Chantry Flat, and for years I've been coming here, and I never knew the guy that it was named after. There was a connection to the Black Hills. He was a prospector, and he made his way from the Black Hills prospecting all the way down to here, which is Chantry Flat. So this is where I'll be going. Sturtevant Falls is a short hike. I don't know if you can see that. It's only 1.8 miles. Hoagie Camp, Hermit Falls, those are all separate places that I've been before, but I'm not going to be going today. Sturtevant Camp is like 4.3, which I might go one of these weekends. But I've camped back here before. This is my old stomping grounds. Look at that. It's beautiful. And now I'm heading down that way. Alright. There's been bears sighted up here. I've heard bears, and I've camped up here. Heard them in the night, like they have a distinct grunt, and you know that it's a bear. There was actually a camper killed in his tent, mauled to death. I guess they found the bear, found out he was rabid, and they euthanized him, unfortunately. But you know, gotta do what you gotta do around here, I guess. But it's absolutely beautiful morning. It's drizzling just a little bit. It's not bad at all. Look at that. That's right now you can see the hills behind. But I found it interesting that I was kind of drawn to this place. And so is this prospector that Charles Chantry. He was born like 1906, something like that. But he came out here and set up a tent, and he would rent the mules to he set up a tent and then started renting mules to the local campsite, which is around here. And that's how he made his money. Unfortunately, I think he let his permit lapse, and that's when the U.S. Forest Service took over the property. So he lost the property to that, but they kept the name Chantry, Chantry Flats, in honor of him, who kind of established, so to speak, this area. So it's kind of interesting how somebody else from the Black Hills was drawn to this area. If once I show you down below, hopefully it gets a little lighter out, you'll see why. I can understand why he was drawn to this area, because it reminds me of certain places in the Black Hills. not great. Listen to their stream. I'm probably not even halfway there yet, but I'm just taking my time. Hopefully you can hear me. But stop raining. There's a hawk flying right over. Hold on. These little puddles that you see, years ago there actually was more water here, and I would actually fish this area for trout, really tiny trout. It was all catch and release, but this was actually a pretty neat little unknown area where there's a lot of natural trout right inside of there's a lot of poison oak right now, but right inside here, I'd go on that side and I'd cast inside there, fly fishing, and I'd catch little tiny trout, all catch and release. They still have a lot of cabins up here. Obviously, I don't think they're used. I know some people live up here, but they used to. I don't think they do as much anymore. Everything's so green, beautiful. Let's go see what's down this trail. I think when I was here last time, somebody was living here, so I didn't really go onto the property. Now that there's nobody here, look at this place. So cool. Let's see the trespassing sign. Let's see. Actually, wait a minute. I have been here because I've caught little trout right in that area right there. Pretty cool. I wonder how old this barrel is. Look at these. I think these are old mining barrels. Pretty cool. Little outhouse. This spot, I used to fly fish right here too. I'd go down right there and went waddling through the poison oak to get to those trout. But my dad, he was an expert fly fisherman, and he taught me a lot about fly fishing, about where to find the fish. Like he would be casting right into here, into this area, and that's where they kind of wait for stuff to fall off into the current that's coming off the waterfall. This is the same spot right here where I would come and fish. See if there's any trout in here today. But 2000, I think it was 2012, 2013 ish was the last time I was here. And boy, the water's really changed. Alright, so we're getting close. One more crossing. The water's pretty damn low, so I can just walk across. It's nothing. So this is the area for Robert's Camp. So evidently there was a lodge built in 1920 something to 1931 that they had the camp here, and eventually they closed it because there was a decline in hiking. It wasn't really a need for it, so they closed it down. But yeah, well, hiking's big now, but not like it used to be. Actually, 10 years ago, I remember it actually hiking being a huge thing. Now people got lazy and are on the internet all day. Starting to rain a little bit. I don't know where it's coming from, but strange. But need to start hiking more, get back in shape. I notice when I don't hike for a long period of time that I get really depressed, really tired, and it takes me a while to get my stamina back. Ooh, I'm on fire. There, that's better. I notice when I don't hike and I don't, go on my bike trips and stuff like that, that I get depressed, I get tired really easy, and it takes me forever to get my stamina back. It sucks. But I want to start hiking more because, I'm in my 40s, and you just never know when it'll be. You never know when it's going to be too hard to do this. Excuse me. You reach a certain age where you just can't do it anymore. Don't ever want to reach that age as far as like not being able to do stuff. But across this here, I'm walking in water right now. But I don't ever want to. I want to be able to hike until I'm dead. I think the worst thing for me is to lose mobility. And my unchi, which means grandma in Lakota, she used to say, "Get out there, keep moving." And she lived to her mid 90s, and it was only I think a few years or so before she passed that she was immobile. So if I could live that long and stay mobile, shit, it's not too bad. But all right, keep moving. This is where it loops up, and I don't know if you can see, but about right there is where it goes up around to the parking lot. So you'll see how high it is, how quick of a climb it is.